Sunday night, and I am doing a tobacco review for Pease's Gaslight. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite blends. It's coming for Nightcap's position as number 3, I think. This is a heavy, dark, end of the day sort of English blend. And I gotta say, I love, just from the very start, I just gotta say, I love this tobacco. And the more I smoke it, the more I like it. I've smoked it about, this is number 5, my 5th bowl. And it is some good stuff. I'm a fan. So, a couple things I love about this tobacco. And I'm going to have to really relight throughout this video because I'm going to be doing a good amount of talking. This comes in a plug. This tobacco does. I don't have the actual tin. I took it and transferred it to a mason jar to maintain moisture. But I love it. It comes in a plug, and you can see the layered tobacco in here. I mean, you start pulling this apart. Let me see if I can. Right? There's the camera. Those are leaves of tobacco. Right? I mean, this blend is just literally layered tobacco leaves. And you slice it across, so you get a good cross cut of everything in there, because if you just pull off layers, you'll have different leaves, latakia or whatever, and you might get a really inconsistent smoke. Anyway, but I love this blend. It just feels very natural. But the taste, man, it's heavy in the best way possible. It's dark, and I get some interesting notes. So GLPs is quickly becoming one of my favorite pipe blenders out there. It's produced by Cornell and Deal, so they do the packaging and whatnot, but the blending is GLPs, and man, Maltese Falcon is already my favorite pipe tobacco overall. And this is coming for the number 3 spot. I think I still might like Nightcap a little bit better, maybe, but I just really love what this blend is doing. Now, if you do not like heavy Englishes, smoky Englishes, you will not like this blend. This is not a sweet blend. This has a lot of thick flavors to it. It's comprised of Turkish/Oriental tobacco, Latakia, and Virginias. And that's it. That's all it says in the description. It is not a lat bomb, I would say, but there is a good amount of Latakia in here. You get those smoky, almost leathery notes. But really, what I get from this one, so I used to work, I'm a chef. I own my own food truck, and so I haven't done the sort of work I'm fixing to talk about since I was a teenager. But when I was a preteen and a teenager, I apprenticed with a welder. And I worked with a guy in his shop doing welding, and amongst other sort of construction and repair jobs. And I get notes in here in this tobacco from that welding shop. And that might not sound pleasant, but it's wonderful. I mean, I love it. Almost this tar-like creosote. Another thing, when you pull this blend apart, you can feel like the tobacco oils on your fingers. I mean, it's natural. There's no casings on it. There's no toppings. But it smells like a quintessential man. It smells like a workshop. God, it's a perfect blend to close out the day with. I love this tobacco. My review for Plum Pudding was long, 17 minutes long. I was long-winded in that one. I don't think I'll be nearly as long-winded in this one, man. This is If I slow down and really think about the flavor notes, the Virginias sort of provide this undertone of earthiness. And what I mean by earthiness is like the smell of like hay and freshly tilled earth. And there's a slight spicy quality that's most likely coming from the Turkish tobaccos or Orientals. It's kind of the same thing. But that Latakia is where the magic happens. That provides that leathery, smoky, and then I don't know what it is exactly, but it's like a metalworking shop or like a wood shop or like, you know, that smell of you got like a grinder or something and you're grinding steel, and then you stop and then you smell the air and there's that smell of like steel that's been ground down in the air. There's a little bit of that in here, and I enjoy it. This is not by any means a sweet blend whatsoever. I know I've mentioned that it's heavy, but no, this is not sweet. The Virginias in this blend, they are not overtly sweet, or there's just not enough of them to make it sweet at all, really. Occasionally, just a touch of grassy sweetness occasionally. Yeah, just a touch, but not much and not very often. Just kind of little pops of it. Really, though, what I get is that welding shop, that metal shop, workshop out there sweating and I know probably none of those things I'm saying are like selling you on this blend if you haven't tried it, or if you're thinking about trying it, you're like, that doesn't sound so great. But I'm telling you, the way they do it, man, it's just, for my palate, I'm a fan. I love the way it smells and tastes. My wife, I came to bed the other night after having smoked a bowl of this, and I got into bed, and she was like, oh, she did not like the note it left on my in my hair or on my skin. So this may not be the one to smoke if you're trying not to get complaints. And I would not suggest this blend if you're walking around at a farmer's market or around non-smokers. The room note on this will probably turn many of them off. But if you like heavy Englishes, if you like very earthy, not very sweet blends, I think you'll like this tobacco. As far as rating, last time with plum pudding, I believe I gave it a 7.5 if I'm not mistaken. And I smoked one bowl of plum pudding since then. And 7.5 is a good rating for me as of right now for that blend. For this one, though, 1 being the worst tobacco, I would never smoke it again. I wouldn't suggest it to my friends. Absolutely hate it. 10 being the quintessential tobacco that hits every flavor note for me, that, you know, is easy to pack, easy to smoke, everything I love about tobacco, that being a 10. Gaslight's got to be a 9. 9.2. 9.2. It does not get a whole lot better than this for me. Now, once again, these are my tastes. These are my preferences. Other people might try this and absolutely dislike it, and that's fine. You know, everyone's got different taste. Some people like those really sweet aromatic blends, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I, however, am a fan of dark and heavy Englishes. I've got to say, smoking this again, I think it's moving into my number 3 slot. Maltese Falcon by GLPs as well. My Mixture 965, formerly of Dunhill, now produced by Peterson and packed by Peterson. And GLP's Gaslight. I think that's moving into the number 3 spot. Anytime I'm in the mood for a heavy tobacco with earthy, thick qualities, this is the one I'm going to reach for. After supper, late night blends. Anyway, yeah, I gotta say, 9.2 GLP's Gaslight. Grab you a 10. I believe they sell it in 2 ounce or 8 ounce. It's a lot more economical if you buy an 8 ounce. But if you haven't tried it, don't want to get an 8 ounce because, you know, if you don't like it, you're stuck with 8 ounces of this stuff. I'm going to stock up on this. I believe I bought 2 ounce 10 so far. Should have just bought the 8 ounce instead of another 2 ounce 10, because I will go through this. I highly recommend. Give it a try. GLPs. I'm smoking it through my M4 Bulldog. This pipe might become for this blend because, man, it tastes good through this pipe. Anyway, that's my review. GLP's Gaslight through the M4 Bulldog, and it's a 9.2 for me. Anyway, see you next time.